Hello Aries, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page if you've come across this page or come across this video, sorry, on Facebook. So now what I want to do today is first of all remind everybody that these reads are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So just take what does and leave what doesn't. And check out what your other signs are saying for you. So this is for Aries, and it could be Aries, could be in your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign for you. So check them out. So welcome to everybody. Whichever way Aries, whichever sign Aries falls in for you, under for you. Oh, so fall in, so that's interesting, fall in, so we'll see what they mean by that. Okay, so the energy is very flighty at the moment for me, at the moment with yous. It's like there's maybe I'm feeling really flighty, and I'm not, anyway, grounding. So some of you may be really needing some grounding around you at the moment. So this is for Aries, by the way, for the month of March 2021. So just going to get going with it. So I don't have too much to say. So apart from the welcoming and just and also if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that now or at the end of the video, but preferably now because you're probably more likely to remember. Anyway, somebody's just a little bit cheeky there. So we're going to do a mind body soul spirit soul flow today again. We'll just see where that takes us, but then with an overall energy card for each space. Well, yeah, there's a lot of energy because I'm feeling a little bit spaced out, a little bit lightheaded at the moment, and all over the place and not grounded. And I'm thinking, okay, that's part. Oh, I wondered if that was going to come up. I did take notice of it when I was shuffling before, and it's like, So let me see, and so we'll just keep going with it. So there seems to be like, I don't know, some disconnection or connection, and I don't know, it's really weird, and it's like I don't know what's going on at the moment, and that's the sort of energy that I'm picking up with you is at the moment. And maybe literally there is something going on that you really just don't know what is going on. And I'm not really just talking about with the COVID stuff thing, stuff that's going on at the moment here in New Zealand and or wherever you are in the world. This is something different. This is on a personal level, with you, not something on a collective level necessarily that I'm talking about. But for a lot of you out there that may be feeling that, gosh, I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay. So that's what the overall energy is bringing us. So the first card there is perception, okay? So perception in the mind. So obviously there is something going on where you may be like, maybe overthinking things or maybe even underthinking things. And it may be like, when I'm talking about that, it may be like something to do probably with the limiting belief systems, but also maybe you might be one of those ones that's really always, that's in their head, even though you are a fire sign and, taking action and that sort of thing. But I'm hearing like a real worrying or worrier sort of energy at the moment, okay? About something, and that's probably what's throwing you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I'm going to cope, or I don't because I don't know what's going on, or I don't, which is kind of throwing you out of whack or out of sync. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to like plug my phone in because it's the charger. Oh dear, I need to get my charger. Excuse me. I was thinking about editing it, but I won't because I don't actually have a full editing suite. And so I will just wing it for now and get everybody back online again. So, okay, so something has maybe gone a little bit blank with you at the moment. And maybe like, and that's part of the other reason why I'm not going to like edit it is because I feel like it's all part of the message actually. So it's like, this is that things may have gone a little bit blank or may have been a little bit blank. And then what I'm hearing about it possibly could be for some of you some sort of relationship with a family member or family members, or a friend or something like that. Maybe haven't seen them for a while. So it's kind of, and there was maybe this space there where there was no connection. Which way I'm leaving them, there was no connection or a loss of connection, or a loss of, it's that sort of thing where something has changed, and there's something that has changed or something is changing. Okay, so we'll see what that's about, because interesting with this perception of what is going on. So because interesting, the next card on a physical level is connection. So there may be some sort of physical connection, not just a mental, emotional connection as well, or disconnection, but there's something about you connecting with yourself, maybe others around you, on a physical level as well. But I'm also hearing like making connection to Mother Earth, and maybe going outside more and connecting with Mother Earth in some way, or meditating as well. So, and then in the third card here in the spiritual side is alliance. So I feel like what they're talking there about is the alliances, between you and spirit, your spiritual self, is aligning yourself and utilizing the your connection with the other side. So not with all of you, so maybe not right into that, and that's fine, but it may be on a spiritual level for you, as in getting in touch with yourself, in the sense that this is about, you maybe you're going on the spiritual journey now and finding, that actually there is a alliance with someone who is, I want to say spiritually minded for some of yous, and that can help you to understand that side of you. But for some of yous, it will be, on a spiritual level, that maybe you're aligned, that is, somebody may come out of the blue that will help you along the way. Because I'm just hearing it's finding those who, or an alliance basically. But I'm just, for some of you, it is about aligning as well, which is kind of interesting. So I'm just going to carry on here. So we'll go moving into with these cards. This is my general Rider-Waite deck here. And so what is the, because that's basically, those are talking about the overall energy of each area. And then we're moving what is in the current energies here. So there may be something, because the Queen of Swords has come up here in the perception. So I feel like for her, for some of you, it's like helping you to get on top of your thoughts, in the sense of not letting them get carried away. So taking control of them. Some of you, which is for some of you, is maybe you are right in that now. For others of you, I'm hearing there's another group of yous that are out there that you'll understand this, if it means anything to you, that you are probably in more control in a positive way, not suppressing way, or throwing it out their way, but you're more in control of your thoughts, or more mindful and aware of your thoughts, in that sense of control. Of what you're thinking, doing things, and how you're doing it. So there's a sense of some of you is really starting to step up and be in that space. Others of you, it's like, I feel like this is about you working on heading towards that space, being in that space in that way. I'm going to turn that around that way. No, it's okay, meant to go that way. Because then we have on a physical level here the King of Pentacles. So there is something going on there with this connection here. And it's interesting that we've got the Pentacles there and the Swords there, because that is all about, thinking, communication. So being mindful about how you're communicating, because she can cut like a sword with the words that she speaks, and communicate quite clearly, but it's like just being mindful of with that balance. Okay, there. The King of Pentacles here is like feeling, I'm feeling like he's coming through with this sense of grounding, because we just talked about this connection with Mother Earth. So he's coming in to really super encourage you to ground, and there may be a bit of, either if you're a male or a female energy. So there's a sense of, balancing your masculine and your feminine energy as well in there. So, and then we have in the spiritual sense here, current energies here, with the alliance is, the Six of Pentacles here. So there's something where there's the bigger and the giver, or the the generator. I'm hearing it. Okay, the generator of money and the taker of money, or the receiver of money. That's there, or the giver of money and the receiver of money. So some of you may be finding yourself in a position where you are maybe thinking about money a lot, and maybe not wanting to give or receive money, or give money or receive money, or maybe thinking about, that balancing the scales with money, and like how much you spend of it, and spend money, and like it may be that you that something is coming up, or has come up, or has come up, where you're questioning about how much money you're wanting to spend on something, and how much money you have spent on something. But the King of Pentacles is here, and he's quite he's successful as well. So that's about what I'm hearing in there is, for some of you, it may well be to do around some sort of success in your business. So it may be that you're needing to speak up, and and it may be quite cutting what is coming out of your mouth and what may come out of your mouth. But I'm hearing like this is about being mindful and aware of that, though, on saying that, and while some maybe justifiably deserving of something, it's been spoken to in a specific way that is quite cutting or to the point or whatever. Because I'm hearing also, what's that word, sarcastically, that you don't end up hurting yourself at the end of the day. So that's one aspect of that. But I feel like that's this is about being in your power, and with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure as well. And there's something about, maybe there is something about your questioning, or the foundations of instability of your family, are a little bit wonky there. And even though it's normally successful, because I'm only saying that because I'm seeing this card here on a spiritual level. There seems to be it's wanting to be balanced, and there's a question here of where my path is going. It's like ready but waiting on the spiritual level here, on the soul level here, but there's a ready but waiting there, and I'm hearing. But also this is like there is something like there's a sitting and waiting and a decision of deciding where I'm going to go and how that's going to happen. But I feel like it comes back to like money in a different way, or finances, and balancing out the finances. And then on a back, moving into the something that could be blocking the way, or it could be something you're needing to overcome to move through it, is balance. Okay, so what I'm hearing is temperance is upside down, so in this one, so it's balancing your thoughts. Okay, what serves you no purpose, or what serves you purpose? So obviously you're going to be going for what serves you your purpose, serves you well, for your highest and greatest purpose or good, for the greater good of one and all. So and moving on from that, and on the physical level, it's like you may be holding yourself off because of what's going on in your head. And I say that because we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is about action. So there's something about, or not so much Eight of Swords, but the Eight for me is about action. So there is some inaction there. So you're needing to take some action but you've got to take the blindfold off. But you've got to stop seeing things as like this perception here as everything's going wrong. That's what I'm hearing, and that and not within the family and that sort of thing. So you may be projecting energy out to others, and but this is something like trying to level everything up, size everything up. But this is about going within and not overthinking things, and stop projecting energy out. For those of you who can understand the energy, whatever it is, that you're putting out there, because it's sometimes, it's like what I'm hearing, it kind of makes it worse. So on a spiritual level, because this is like getting out of your head. This is about setting yourself free, allowing yourself to walk, move, communicate, walk your walk and talk your talk, basically. But communicate with others quite clearly, would take the blindfold off, basically. Because and I'm not hearing there's a sense of blame as well, or sense of, for some of you, but mostly I'm hearing there's a sense of a blame, but also more so, you know, projecting stuff out, you know, that is, you know, not very helpful. Okay, because then we have the high priestess. So, you know, in alliance. So I'm feeling like this is a, you know, in alliance. This is about you connecting with yourself, aligning yourself, realigning yourself to your higher self, basically. And to those who are around you that are there, that are wanting to help, because there's somebody here in this Six of Pentacles here is wanting to give, you know, help you, but I feel like for some, you're in this funny little smug sort of a position, some of yous, where it's you know, you're just giving out this energy and you're not actually seeing what you're doing. While it's like some want to receive it and some don't want to receive it, but whatever it is. But some of yous, it's for a good portion of yous, it's like, I mean, on saying that, there is, you know, there's in a sense, on a spiritual way, it's actually, you're able to give and or receive something. Then you're leaving yourself open, you're opening yourself up to give something and or receive something, because you're some of you are in a better, your perception is shifting about that. So it may not necessarily be money, but it may be something else. So, but your energy is shifting from that space of that place of thinking or way of thinking, basically. So, and then we have here on with the High Priestess here, we're talking about, you know, she's about intuition. She's also connected to the moon, so watching those cycles and things like that that are coming up there. I'm just seeing, I'm being really, you know, this is about intuition is what I'm hearing. It's like looking at your intuition, letting that help guide you, because there are some dreams and aspirations, and there's the shadow side that's coming out on this, you know, there's something that's, you know, you're waiting for something, or you're wanting to do something or move into something, but your emotions are getting in the way, which is creating a shadow side of yourself, a not good side of you for some of yous, that's coming out, and where you may be feeling a little bit bitchy and a little bit titchy, and that, but it's like looking, because I'm seeing like both there, you know, with this one, the Seven of Cups here is about the not so good side of you and the good side of you, or the nice dreams and the not so good dreams, or what is a dream and what is a fantasy. Okay, so maybe, you know, it's like, you know, when we're in our getting away from our letting thoughts get away in our minds or in our heads, and we start to get a little bit emotional, it's like that becomes like a fantasy or a thought that serves us no purpose, especially if it's a not good thought, you know, and that, so it's about like stepping into your light side, not your shadow side, and being in control of your emotions. So there may have been something where in a past life on a soul level where you that you may be like slipping back into that you've sensed yourself. So you may be like irritating yourself, because that's what I'm just like noticing. I'm just scratching myself. So as I'm talking away there's like something about like just started scratching myself. Oh, that's really itchy. That's really sketchy. But I feel like there's something irritating, because I just felt and so it's like skipping at it, getting out of that. But I do feel like there is, you know, amongst those, it's like I feel like your intuition, or what I'm seeing there, starts to shift, because we have coming back into the mind in the last row here, some sort of celebration. Now here's the Four of Wands. So there's somewhere along the line you must start listening to your intuition in some way or form, because it's like somehow you're able to see, you know, discern, you know, what is reality and what is illusion, what is reality, and what is, you know, dreams, and what is real, and, you know, what is achievable and what is not achievable, basically. And it's like, okay, so there's a celebration. So I feel like you start taking some steps towards that, you know, and your mind starts to shift things and the possibilities of what could happen. But there may be some news as well, you know, like some news that's coming that you intuitively pick up on, and also, you know, and you know, with yeah, okay, intuitively pick up on, and you start to like realize actually, and I'm hearing like maybe in a dream state as well, because something is moving here, because something shifts in your perception about what is going on there. Interesting, because I keep hearing that really about waiting. That's like on a soul level, it's like you're waiting for something, to turn something around, and you realize what it is there, and if something does, so it's like, yay, I'm ready to move. I've figured that out, and I get that, so I'm just gonna like celebrate, and just move forward, because I do feel like somehow along the line you get some good news, because there's something there, like intuitively you're thinking, no, everything's going to be fine, whatever it is, and I'm just going to carry on. I'm not going to stop myself and overthink everything to stop myself from doing what I need to do. I need to be like in a strong, courageous sort of a space, but also express myself as well, but be in my power, because this is what, this is, with taking those actions, this is like, reveals to me anyway, and through Spirit's guidance, that there is some sort of celebration or achievement in a way, in taking some steps towards, grounding yourself, but also, because I feel like this is you celebrating, because it is a fire sign energy here, but moving into the Page of Wands as well. It's like, this is a new beginning in the sense of you taking action. So I wouldn't be surprised if, in a new sense of not just taking action, but, well, that too, but a new sense of purpose, and a different and a new way of thinking about, things, and ideas, and how they come to you, but how you can actually utilize them and take steps towards creating them. And like there's something about a window, it's like your window, your eyes, because I'm seeing like a window wiper, so it's like your eyes get a bit of a wash, and you start to like see yourself as, or see through, cut through the bullshit about your own stuff and somebody else's as well. But also about what holds you off. But there seems to be a celebration and a shift in the energy of you moving. That's what I'm seeing there. Plus, moving into something new, like you're walking more in your own truth, but with passion, and purpose. And it's like less of an imagination, like in how you can achieve the things, success in a way. Because then we have the King of Swords that comes through in the spiritual levels here. So, he's in control of his thoughts, and and this, and it's like now it's on a spiritual level. I wouldn't be surprised if you start realizing about actually how much power you gave away, this way, that way, to this person, that person, that, or that situation, that trauma, that, or that experience, which is in like there's a sense of like looking at the bigger picture as well. But it's also about speaking, it's like now I feel like on a, what I'm getting is like speaking and communicating your truth basically with power, on a love-based, not in a love-based energy, okay? That I'm hearing in a love-based thoughts, and it's like you can start to see where your part in it, and like there's that discernment, okay, in managing your thoughts basically, because something is there on the death card there, so there's a transition in some way or form that you're going through. Sounds pretty, maybe seems pretty hard out, but it's like I've been through different journeys along the same lines, and by the feel of it, and by what's coming out there. It's an amazing reading. It's a very powerful reading, because the cards that have come up, because it's just helping you and showing you where, and in a way it's like showing up for you. It's like something is being pulled out of you, and you're showing up for yourself, is in the sense. So I feel like there's a like, giddy up, let's go, and let's like get my basically let's get my shit together, and making a deeper connection and commitment to myself. And I feel like, because here's the Nine of Swords, so in this deck, this is a just to clarify these cards, the Nine of Swords has come out again, or not again, actually, yes it has. No, that's the Eight of Swords. and the Ten of Swords. So on another level. Okay, so yeah, the Nine of Swords has come out. So there's something that's coming to an end, a completion of a cycle nearly, with the way that, you know, you're doing, thinking, being, you know, in your thoughts, you know, about letting your thoughts control you, basically, and stepping out of setting yourself free from that which holds you back in your mind and those thoughts. The Ace of Pentacles, so there's success along the way, like a new beginning, a transitioning here. So with you completing, you know, like getting out of your head, and not seeing, you know, because this is, you know, this, you know, and not seeing how, or actually not seeing, and not limiting yourself is what I'm hearing, as to what the new beginning or new beginnings could look like. So there's a planting of a seed of a new beginning, or a new idea, or a new for something successful to turn around. Okay, to turn around or come about, like you're setting a new path. So here's the balance. So in spiritually wise, there's a bit of balance in there. So it's like something, you know, because you're starting to work with people, work with a situation, work with yourself, basically. Work with spirit, and, you know, work with the energy, work with the universe, and that. So there's some sort of, you know, beginning of success, if you allow it to be. Temperance, yeah, definitely, yeah, balance, bringing it in, but it's about, you know, cooperation and sharing as well. So this is, you know, that's what I'm hearing, is about being cooperative. So, okay, well, especially with those who are there, because I'm just, you know, talking about their temperance as balance, because those are there too, who are there that you can help. Okay, so it's like finding that balance space, though you can help people who are needing of your help in whatever way or form or shape. It's not holding back anymore, and is what I'm getting from that. So it's like, this is about cooperating and sharing what you have with it, whether it be money, whether it be energy, whether it be with your family, you know, family time or whatever. This is about cooperating, sharing, and creating balance. So then we have the Moon, which is the last card out here on the soul level. So the Moon card is about intuition. It's about, you know, going with the flow of life, going with the flow of the energy of the Moon, because the Moon, you know, as you all know, you know, all cultures have their own way of planting, and they, you know, they always, you know, as far as I know, you know, always, I mean, just because I was going to say always, yes, you know, all cultures have a connection with the Moon. So, and how that works for them is, you know, obviously they've got their own interpretation, but, you know, we plant, you know, different times and cycles of the Moon, if we study it, where things are better to plant at certain times of the year, because of the certain different seasons of the year. And, you know, we know when the Moon is going to, you know, is going to be in a full moon or a new moon, and when it's waxing or when it's waning, when the energy is picking. So it's taking notice of that, but also in your intuition as well. Okay, is where they're going with that. So I do feel like this is to me this is a really all the readings are amazing. So I don't really see things as a negative anymore, or nowadays. So I haven't for some time, but it's more that, you know, whatever the learning is that we get from it is going to be amazing, and it just helps us to discern where we want to be and how we want to be, what nurtures us and what does not nurture us, what, you know, in all areas of life. So that's what this is about, and about listening to where our soul wants us and where we're drawn to. That lifts our heart, opens our heart, you know, where we're able to feel and be at peace within and without of ourselves as well. Gosh, there must be something that is really huge going on for you, depending on which way you look. It might be something small, depending on you. That's right, and that's okay. But there's definitely some amazing stuff that's happening this week and this month, okay, of March 2021, as you move forward into the rest of this year. It's very exciting. Anyway, I hope that makes sense for you. And we leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement and adventure in abundance across all time, space and dimensions, now and forever. Bye for now.